Hey guys, welcome back to Physio Room. Episode 4 or checklist item number 4 here today on our ready to run checklist. We're going over ankle mobility, okay? Something that's really important for our runners out there, or really for anybody, especially anyone who's doing activities up on our feet. So everybody, okay? But for running specifically, we need to have mobility adequately in our ankle, okay? So we need to run uphill, we need to run downhill, we need to step off of curbs, onto the sidewalk, off the sidewalk. Maybe you're running on a treadmill, maybe you've got the incline up. Regardless, you need to have adequate mobility in your ankle. So what we're gonna go through today is one of my favorite assessment techniques for checking that motion. I mean, we could check the motion in someone's ankle here on the table or in a chair, but that doesn't really translate as well to when we're running on the floor. So what we really need to do is check that motion in your ankle with your foot on the ground. So let's move this camera and let's go over that, okay? So I'm gonna show you my ankle mobility, and we're gonna go over a little test here. I'm sorry you can't see my face, but what we're gonna do is show you my feet, and you get to see my cool socks here today. And this test, you guys, is really important to do without your shoes on, okay? So we've got to check our ankle mobility with bare feet if possible, or for sure with socks, but no shoes if you can, okay? You'll get a better reading. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take my toes and put them right up against the wall, not so that they're bending, but just keeping them straight, just barely touching the wall. Keep this front heel down on the ground. Don't let it raise up. When it raises up, that's the end of the test. So what I'm gonna do is push my knee forward, lean my knee forward. I'll move over a little bit here so you can see my knee. Push that knee forward until it taps the wall. Keep that heel down on that front foot. And okay, so what our goal here is to find out how far back from the wall can you get your toes, keep your heel down, and still touch your knee to the wall. So if you look on that paper or on the document with our ready to run checklist, you can see what we're looking for is about 4 inches to 5 inches. Oh, that's okay, that's about the end for me. 4 to 5 inches of space. So I like to use my pen here as this marker. So I think I've got about 5 inches there on the left foot. But as you'll see, if I check my right leg, I'm going through this a little bit faster. Oh, it's getting stiff. Okay, so I've probably only got about 4 inches there on the right. Okay, so when we're checking that ankle range of motion with our clients, that's the way we like to do it. So as you can see, I sort of sat down here on my feet. So when we're looking at ankle range of motion the other way, or what we call plantar flexion, how well can you point your foot down? The quick test that I like to do is just see, can you sit on the ground, sit back on your heels, fully plantar flex your feet, and are you able to do that? Is it painful? Is it comfortable? Does one side feel different than the other? My right ankle, just like in this dorsiflexion motion, or how well you could bring your foot up that we just checked against the wall, my right ankle is not quite as mobile as the other side, okay? And so what we like to do with our runners is, if we notice there's a limitation in one of these two things, we start creating little strategies to help you mobilize and improve the motion in there. So usually, if you're limited in one of those, it's either due to a joint restriction, okay? So there's a tissue in the joint or lack of motion available in the joint that's preventing you from getting that motion. Or if we're talking about dorsiflexion, or how well you can bring that foot up, there may be some tightness or shortness in the calf and Achilles on the backside. When we're talking about plantar flexion and being able to point that foot down, we've got to make sure we have adequate range of motion on the front side of the ankle and make sure our ankle is able to move. So we've got a couple techniques that we use with our runners. We'd be happy to teach you those, okay? So if you have any questions about this, or you notice doing this test that your ankle does not move as well as it should, about 4 to 5 inches going forward especially is really important. Give us a call, shout out to our email or something, or find us on social media, and we'll be sure to help you teach those techniques so you can get that mobilization going and improve your ankle mobility. Okay, let's see what we got next coming up on the checklist. Look for episode number 5, where we go through squatting, the importance of proper squatting technique, and why squatting is important and is beneficial for you as a runner. Okay, thanks so much. Have a great day.